So, as you can see, I've been doing a fair few paths in the Epic of Pain or Epoch of Pain, however you want to say it. So much so, I got two paths left. Um, both Mystic and Mutant ones. So, and as you can see, it's burned through my units quite a bit, but mainly because of that fucking Toad right there, not doing it what I want to do. But the reason I have been grinding out this quest so much is for one specific thing, and it's this 7-star 3 to 4 rank up gem here. So I'm going to go through my options today because I thought it would be cool. I've seen a few YouTubers do this about a month ago now because, I'm very behind on content. But I'm going to go through my options for each class because there are some. Well, there's only really one class where it's just like, if I get this, it's like, I think I'm going to be sitting on this thing for a little bit. But in case that day, on the day that I explore Epoch and I get my three to four gem, which of course I will do an opening on or a short or whatever, depending if my recording decides to have an aneurysm again. And we're going to go through the options here today. So we'll start off with science. Now, science, I've actually got quite a fair few options here because my science class is kind of stacked at the moment for in terms of 7 stars. So I have got a fair few options here. I think the one leading the charge at the moment is Silk. For those who have followed this channel for a while, I am a big fan of Silk. But Brideriser, how come, if you're such a big fan of her, you don't have her at 7-star rank 3 already? Because I do have the option to do that. However, I think her awakened ability adds quite a bit of value to her. Not to say that she's like bad or anything when she's unawakened. She's still an absolute nuke in BGs. She's good in Alliance War as well, from my personal opinion and experiences. But the fact that when she has that slow on her, she applies the slow to the opponent. And when that slow is active, they suffer minus regeneration rate up to 150%. It allows her to do a fair few fights more than she already can, which is why she's still at 7-star rank 2 at the moment. So if I somehow get her awakened at some point, whether that be through getting another a science, not another science, awakening gem crystal, through that, or I, for whatever reason, decided to use the generic awakening gem on her that you get for exploration, but I think that'd be quite a dumb move. Another option is obviously this little piggy here, Spider Ham. I'm a big Spider Ham enjoyer. I love this little piggy. I don't really think. I mean, I've played this guy unawakened as a 7-star pretty much since I got him. So, yeah, it's a nice ability to have because it eliminates the spider nonsense, and you do want to keep those spider nonsenses at a reasonable kind of level when playing him. But it's not completely necessary. If I liked Thing on offensively, I'd like to do Thing. He's like Sig 150 now. So that is an option. Titania is an option as well. I really love Titania. She's a lot of fun. But really, I don't really think there's anyone else, really. Yeah, I don't. So I think it's probably between like Hulk, definitely not Leader, absolutely not. It's probably between Silk, actually Photon as well if I get her awakened. Yeah, it's probably between Silk, Titania, and the Pig. Maybe Count as well if I awaken him, but I'm kind of like Marmite on Count Nefaria. Like, sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't really, but maybe that's just me. Moving on to the class where I probably have the most difficulty with choosing, because I don't. Well, I mean, the skill class the 7 stars in terms of skill are extremely whack. Because none of the good skill champions aren't 7 stars yet. But I think character probably leading the charge for here is Black Cat. I do like Black Cat, but I feel that she does good already as a 7-star rank 3. I think she was like my second or... No, I think she was my third 7-star rank 3. Um, she's really the only one I really would consider. Another one, I know people are going to sound crazy to me, is Patriot. Um, he's getting rebalanced, so he is getting a buff. So if that buff turns out to be like Silver Sable level or like better than Silver Sable, he is an option. I do have a skill Awakening Gem. If you guys didn't see my short, spoiler alert, for my first ever 7-star Awakening Gem crystal, I got a skill, which was pretty much the worst fucking option I could have gotten. There's not really anyone else. Like, Crossbones, like, I really would have to learn Crossbones and get him awakened to really benefit from him. Silver Sable, like, I really like her after a buff. She carried me through one path of Epoch of Pain. Was it the Death by Debuff lane? She was a lot of fun for that one. But really, I do like Silver Sable's buff, but I think 7-star rank 3 probably where I'd leave her for the moment. So yeah, again, not really a lot of options. It would be skill, but I would generally either wait until I got either Bullseye, or Hitmonkey, because I absolutely love both of those characters. I think Bullseye, I'm one of the very few people who like Bullseye on attack, and I think if we're meeting at a 7-star rank 4, would allow him to do a lot more offensively good in BGs, probably for main example, really, because he's mainly a defender, but he also would be fucking annoying as a defender, and because I'm a complete dick, I would do a 7-star rank for Bullseye, because I have faced one in BGs, and he is fucking annoying, and he was already annoying already. But Hitmonkey is just one of those characters I've loved for a very, very long time. He is in the Titan pool, and if I get him from the Titan Nexus, depending on who else appears in that Titan Nexus, I would really consider picking him. But I think what I would do is I would open that 3 to 4 gem crystal first, and then make my decision on the Nexus, because that could completely influence my Titan pool pick from the Nexus there. So yeah, at the moment, of characters I've got, it'd be Black Cat, and possibly Patriot, depending on his buff. But if not, it would be Bullseye or Hitmonkey, depending on which one I get first. Now, moving on to Mutant. Again, if I got this guy awakened, it'd probably be Mr. Sinister. I really, really like Mr. Sinister. Dazzler's another one, but I would like her awakened, and she nukes anyone at 7-star rank 3 anyway, and my Dazzler's 7-star rank 2 at the minute. But yeah, I don't really... If somehow I could get Jean Grey, that'd be great. Onslaught as well would be a great shout. I do like Onslaught. And maybe like for maybe a little bit of shits and giggles, maybe a 7-star rank 4 Emma Frost would be quite cool. She technically was the first 7-star rank 4 mid game, because Kabam kind of fucked up on like giving out some like reversal compensation for one person, and they gave them a 7-star 7-star rank 4 Emma Frost, which is quite mad. I wouldn't mind Havoc as a 7-star rank 4. He'd be a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Havoc as well. But I think leading the charge for Mutant, probably going to be Mr. Sinister. Definitely. Because he is a lot of fun, and Awakening ability is nice, but I personally don't feel necessary, and he will probably be going to rank 3 at some point. Now, Cosmic is one of those ones where it's just like dead on, like, I'm taking this guy at absolutely no question, and that is Adam Warlock. Again, similar to another champion appearing on this list, for another class that I haven't covered yet, it'd be instant like no brainer. I do that. I would rank for that character. It is Adam Warlock, and I also recently awakened this guy from one of the Epoch paths. So the pain for going for that toad for me was absolutely worth it. So that's a spoiler alert of what path I did. But I am a huge fan of Adam Warlock. I do think he's a little bit underrated. And yes, he does need AI cooperation, but when you learn to like his rotation and what you can do to stop his like damage cycle, he is extremely manageable to play because there are a few safety nets in his kit, like the stasis pod, for example, where it does help him out. And 7-star rank 4 Adam Warlock's damage would be nuts. Like I've done like sub 60-second takedowns of some really tricky defenders in BGs just because of this guy, and I just love him. And I ever since I've changed my like thinking of rank ups, where I'm taking up characters that I like to play rather than stuff that helps me out in like BGs or whatever, I've been really enjoying this game a lot more. So I would recommend, I should have started this at the beginning, like if you're using this as like a guide, just take up champions you like. You'd probably enjoy the game a lot more, definitely. Just always take up characters you like. Another champion, speaking of which, I'd like to take up, if for whatever reason I completely just go off Adam Warlock, would be Gore. I'm a big Gore enjoyer as well. 7-star rank 2 helped me out a little bit with Epoch of Pain. I'm a big Hyperion enjoyer as well. I don't really think there's anyone else really. Oh, Scream. If Scream is another one, if I got Scream from the Nexus, I think like the Nexus from the Titan I have the most trouble with picking is like Scream, Hitmonkey, and Dazzler. I think those probably are my top 3 picks from the Titan at the moment. I'd be like stuck. I would be sat there contemplating who I would pick for a good few minutes, even if I'd probably got the even with that 3 to 4 gem, whichever one I picked. Like if I didn't get any of those classes, I would be having a tough time choosing who to pick from that. Really struggling. And obviously another one is Serpent, but I am sure there are a lot of 7-star rank 4 Serpents flying around because he's an annoying defender. Again, similar to Bullseye, I like Serpent on attack as well, especially after the recent Epoch of Pain path I did with my 6-star Ascended one. He was a lot of fun there. Basically countered the entire path, which is kind of nice. So we're moving on to the second to last class here, and that is Tech. Now again, I'm a big Ironheart enjoyer, and I think after her bug, which I didn't even know she was bugged, but what the bug was, her vulnerability, instead of decreasing the opponent's resistance to her repulsor debuffs, it was actually increasing it. So her damage wasn't correct for like a year and like a month. It has not been correct. Now she is, and well, I mean, I loved her before that bug, and I thought she was criminally underrated, and I still think Ironheart is criminally underrated. So if I put a tech gem, 3 to 4 tech gem, it is going into Ironheart, similar to Adam Warlock, unless I completely fall out of love with both of these characters. If I get either Cosmic or Tech from that 3 to 4 crystal, either of those champions are going up immediately. Absolutely no fucking question. That is my passionate rant between Adam Warlock and Ironheart for both of these characters. But other options, if I somehow decide to fall off with my love for these characters, Red Skull, I would say Shocker, but 7-star rank 3 Shocker is going to do alright. Warlock would be an interesting one as well. Who else do I don't have? Oh, Lady Deathstrike. I'm a big Lady Deathstrike enjoyer. I don't know who else is there. Ironheart. I'm a big fan of Ironheart. Bastion. If I was somehow able to get hold of Bastion early, I would love that as well, without paying money, obviously. But yeah, I'm in a Hearts League with charge for tech. I just love that gal so much. I really really do. Jack O' Lantern's another one as well. Um, but yeah, again, I've got like 5 out of 6 chances of getting a class that I would do pretty much immediately. Um, so yeah, I've got like a 5 out of 6 chance of getting a class that I would use immediately. If not, I'm going to be sitting on a gem for God knows how long. Um, Now moving on to the final class, which is Mystic. And there are 2 prime candidates for me personally. First one is Kushala, which again I recently duped her. Not from, was it from Epoch? Might have been. No, it wasn't. No, it was when I was trying to record me opening 3 Titans and all my basics, and my recording side have an aneurysm. And Kushala, recently found love Kushala. She, like, I've used her for a fair few months now. I love her. She is a lot of fun to play, good damage, decent bit utility, and she'd just be doing that extra bit of damage as a 7-star rank 4 level. Now another one is Sasquatch, who was my first 7-star rank 3. So I wouldn't really want him to be my first 7-star rank 4. But again, similar to Serpent and Bullseye, he is a character I do enjoy on offense as well. Because I know he's primarily a defender, because I think he's got the biggest health pool in the game. So he would be a beefy boy, because he is in my. If any of you care who with low level Alliance War, he is my battle group's final boss, because we don't really have a lot of options for that. So we just thought, no, we'll just place this big beefy Sasquatch on the final node because he's got a ton of health. Other options, if Hood, if I got Hood awakened, he would be a cool 7-star rank 4. He'd be nuking stuff in BGs, that's for definitely sure. Rintra would be another beefy boy for defense. Juggernaut, if I got Juggernaut, but he just annihilates people at 7-star rank 3, and I annihilate stuff with a 6-star ascended in like BGs, so it would be nice, but probably a lot of overkill. Enchantress, if I want to be a dick. Don't really think there's anyone else really, so I think it'd be a toss-up between Kushala and Sasquatch. Probably leaning more towards Kushala, because I am happy to, like, if my lines. I will say which one I get, because I think I'm probably the one who's closest to doing Epoch, unless someone already has and we haven't done it yet. But yeah, so hopefully I will do Epoch in maybe like a month or 2, because I need to save up resources again. Obviously save up my units as well, because at the beginning of this year there was like 6,000 there, so that shows you how shit of a player I am. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy this little video of like going through my rank 4 7-star options here. If you like this video, feel free to like it. If you disliked it, then dislike it. If you like this video, check out some other content on my channel. And if you like my other content on this channel, make sure you turn that red subscribe button to grey. And I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.